So pop quiz 15, which was related to electrolysis, chemical energetics, acids, alkalis, and the modes topic. In the first question, when acid is added to an alkali, so acid and alkali reaction, what we call acid react with an alkali because it's salt and water. So we call these reactions as neutralization. The neutralization is the reaction whenever any acid reacted with an alkali. The temperature of a reaction mixture rises or the temperature increase. Which type of reaction? Temperature increase. In exothermic reaction, the temperature of the mixture increase. If it is an exothermic, the temperature will decrease. So exothermic reactions, whenever the reaction is exothermic, the temperature will increase. And whenever acid reacts with an alkali, that is called a neutralization reaction. So that's why for this one, D is the right answer. The next question, the electrolysis of a concentrated aqueous sodium chloride and molten sodium chloride is there. What are the products at electrode 1 and 2? So if we do electrolysis of first concentrated aqueous concentrated sodium chloride, so first what are the ions present? So we have sodium ion is there. In this solution, we will have sodium ion, N plus ion is there, Cl minus ion is there. And hydrogen ion is there, and hydroxide ion. So for positive ion, we check the reactivity. So what will happen? The less reactive will move, like in the first one, because hydrogen is less reactive, so hydrogen will move towards the negative electrode. And because it's a concentrated, so Cl will move towards the positive electrode. But we want what is produced there. So what is produced there at electrode 1? So hydrogen ions are attracted toward that electron and it will form a hydrogen gas. There will be bubbles there. So at electrode 1, what we get hydrogen. And electrode, like this is molten sodium chloride. So molten means like it does not contain any water. So as it does not contain any water, there will be a sodium ion and there is a chloride ion. So sodium ions are positive ions, they are attracted towards negative, and chloride ions are negative, attracted towards positive. So electrode 2, what we'll get like sodium is moving toward negative and chlorine is moving towards positive. So at this electrode, what we get a chloride ion. When 2 chloride ions are there, they will lose 2 electrons and it forms a chlorine. Yeah, so there will be a hydrogen and chlorine. Hydrogen will be there at this electrode, which is level 1, and chlorine is there at electrode 2. So B will be the right answer. Is it clear? Discussion.
Clear, sir.
So first one, D was the right answer, and this one, B is the right answer. Because the first one was acid and alkali reaction. So acid react with an alkali. It's a neutralization and it's an exothermal. And this one, when we separate the ions, they will distribute according to the electrodes. Like the negative ions are attracted towards positive and positive are attracted towards negative. The next one, sodium react vigorous with water to form an aqueous sodium hydroxide or an alkali, which is a strong base. Explain in terms of proton what is meant by base. So base is a proton acceptor. Anything which accept proton, we call that as a base. What state a pH number that indicate the presence of strong alkali. You don't have to write the range of this. You have to write, like, if it's a strong alkali, then what should be the pH? The pH must be 14. State the color of methyl orange in sodium hydroxide. So when we have alkaline solution, so it will be yellow. Then question 4, which is related to the moles topic. The equation for a reaction is shown. Calculate the concentration of a sodium hydroxide in grams per decimeter cube when 0.34 grams of a sodium was added to 50 cm cube of a distilled water. Calculate the number of the moles because we have the mass. So we'll use a formula that moles equal. We'll use a formula that moles equal mass in gram divided by molar mass. So mass in gram is 0.345 and the molar mass of a sodium is 23. So this will give us 0.015. First part, we use a formula. If we use a formula, for the second part, we'll take a ratio. We'll take a ratio between, because we need the moles of sodium hydroxide. So we'll take a ratio between sodium and sodium hydroxide. So mole ratio between sodium and sodium hydroxide, that is 2:2. So if we have 0.015, so this will be X. We cross multiply, we get the same answer because the same ratio 2:2 is there. So 0.015, we get the same answer. Then we need a concentration. So we need a formula here. That concentration of the solution is moles divided by volume of the solution. Moles are 0.015 and the volume of the solution is 50 cm cube. We divide it by 1000, so 0.05 decimeter cube. When we divide, this will give us the concentration in moles per decimeter cube, which is equals to 0.3. So this is equals to 0.3. And then we need a concentration from moles per decimeter cubes to gram per decimeter cube. The simple rule, you multiply by molar mass. What is the molar mass of a sodium hydroxide? You need a periodic table for that. So sodium is 23, oxygen is 16, and hydrogen is 1. When you add, you will get 40. So this 0.3, the concentration in mole per dm cube multiplied by 40, which will give us the grams per decimeter cube. That's equal to 12 grams per decimeter. So this was the moles question related to the pop quiz 15.